Hi, everyone. Boy, do I have an autistic update for you. Um, Talking warning. Uh, I might have some more troubles than usual doing the talking in this podcast. I'm not drunk. I'm not even on any edibles. This is just, me, and you'll understand why later. Some of you out there might be, is this the right time for you to be recording an episode if you're having a hard time? And my answer is no, it's not the right time to record this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Um, oh my God. So, a little bit of an update. Who's autistic? Nobody asked. Well, most of Saturday Night Live's cast members throughout all 50 years are autistic. That's who's autistic. I will bet the majority of the cast members for SNL are autistic. And forgive my ignorance, I never know like if something in the states is like known widely like around the world. Like I have no idea if Saturday Night Live is like something other countries know about. So, just in case you've never heard of that before, please consort the internet. But anyways, so there's that. Phil and the baby Apollo are bathroom buddies. This is so fucking hilarious. Just so you know, I'm just gonna be jumping around here. Um, they go to the bathroom together. So, like, when we got Phil, he just immediately, like, he came with, um, some territorial something over the litter boxes. I don't know what it is with cats and fucking litter boxes and trying to be territorial over it, but it's like he was policing the other cats and like they were having to like wait until he wasn't around or he was sleeping and then they would sneak and go to the bathroom like look at this like even the cats are getting bathroom trauma. So I'm there for them, because I know what that's like. But anyways, so when we got Apollo, turns out he's also territorial over the bathroom, which is funny because he's so fucking tiny. And so I guess it worked out because now they just go to the bathroom together. One day, oh my God, it was like a couple weeks ago, they were in the same litter box because we have two. Um, and they were in the smaller of the two together. I have no idea if they were both going at the same time. It's one of those ones where like you have the lid on top and like they jump into it and jump out of it. There's this little hole at the top. Um, it was kind of cute, but also kind of weird. And then last night, they both used the bathroom at the same time, and out came Apollo from one litter box, and then out popped Phil from the other one. And they're just so in love. Do you want to know how in love they are? Well, the baby's a little Humpty Dumpty, and I am not liking this. Like, this cat pops so many fucking boners. I don't even know, like, is this like normal? I have never had a cat that has had this many erections. And I know this is a weird thing to talk about, but like this cat, oh, I didn't even know he was in here. Hello. Um, this cat is the kind of cat that he's so loving. He purrs every time you go up to him. He wants to be petted. He's just so friendly. But apparently, like, something happens in his little body where, like, it turns him on because he'll roll over. You know how they're cute when they're on their back and they're small? And then I just see this fucking boner. And you know what? No, I'm not looking for it. He's all black with a little bit of white, and their little pink thing stands out pretty distinctly with like the black fur. And I was like, "Oh my God, put that away." Um so I can't wait till his balls come off, which is next month sometime. Because he's I don't even know if Phil knows what's going on, but he's having a little fun with Phil. Like, and oh my God, no. I know this is animal behavior. I understand it, but it's still like, that's just a no go for me, man. Like, you got to get those balls off real quick. But anyways, other than that, they're doing good. Um, what else? Okay, so me and Alicia had this discussion. Over the years, I always hear people say, "Oh, just Google that. Oh, let me go Google this real quick." I always like thought to myself, like, that is so just fucking weird. Um, and I know it's not because so many people, you guys, there's probably a bunch of you that say, I'm gonna go Google something, but I always thought that was very strange. And I don't know why we suddenly had this conversation, but it came up somehow yesterday, I think it was. Um, and I told her that like I don't use Google as a search engine. I've always just used Yahoo because I'm old. And so I never say I'm gonna go Google something. I just say I'm gonna go look it up or go do a search. Um, and because I told her the reason why is because whenever I happen to be on a Google page just to see if they've made this change, and if they have, and I just don't know about it, somebody please tell me. But when you click on a link when you're using Google, the search engine, it just takes you to the next page and it doesn't pop up like another tab. Do you know what I mean? Like on Yahoo, you click on a link and it pops up as a new tab and you don't lose your place from where you're at on the original page. And I told her that is why I don't use Google because I don't fucking like that they do that. And she's like, don't you know all you have to do is right click? And I'm like, don't you know that's like 2 clicks too many? And I'm not doing that. So, no. Yahoo doesn't make me do 2 clicks, just one. So sorry. Anybody else feel this way? Please. There's got to be somebody out there that has like, and just so you know, Google's doing some shady shit, you know. Might mess up some people's rabbit holes. Anyways, don't worry, here's mine that I'm going to get ready to talk about. And don't worry, this gets even better, I'm sure. I am almost about ready to go down a Chapel Roan rabbit hole, and I'm trying not to. I actually don't really have the time right now. Um, she's got to be autistic. There's no fucking way that somebody writes lyrics like that and they're not like on the spectrum in some capacity. Like this bitch has got, she just strikes me as autistic. Um, and if she didn't write the lyrics, which I'm pretty sure she did, whoever wrote them must be autistic. So I was just like, it was like a couple days ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna scan Wikipedia like real quick, just to see like what they say about her. Um, and then so I read through that, and I was like, okay, that's all the searching I'm gonna do right now. And then and you know what's weird? Like, I'm old enough to, not that this should matter, it doesn't. Age is nothing. But I feel like, oh, I'm just so, like, into Chapel Realm, but, I'm old enough to be her mother. And then, like, because how old is she? She's like 26 and I'm 41. So what's that? Like, I was like 18? Wait, is that the right math? Let me just use the calculator. Um, Don't mind me, just doing some math. 41 minus 26. Oh, I would have had her at 15. No offense to anybody who had kids at 15. No offense. Maybe I'm not old enough to be her mother, but I feel like it. But anyways, I'm so close to diving down this fucking hole because I can't get that music out of my head. Like it is so good to me, it's just it's weird. My brain doesn't gravitate toward music like this, but it's so good that like I'm wearing my noise canceling headphones while I'm working, because when you put the headphones on, you can hear all of the music and the different things in the background that like people just don't really pick up on, even when you're listening to it not through headphones. Like I do, but like I like to hear it better through headphones. Do you know what I mean? Like the back vocals, the stuff that you don't really hear because the main part of the song is like I don't know how to explain that. So anyways, like so I'm a little obsessed with like the background stuff too cuz like oh, those were good choices for that song. It's just I don't know what to do about this, but and no, it's not just the Pony Club. I've all of her songs are great. Like, who is this lady? She's they. I don't know. I should have checked the pronouns. Sorry, Chaperone. I think is autistic. Um, I just wanted to say that. And can somebody email the Autistic Culture podcast and make a suggestion to them to do an episode about Saturday Night Live? Um, is autistic. I would do it because they say you can message and stuff, but I don't want to get rejected. So can somebody else go do that? And that's an honest answer. What's up next? Oh, so I have been in hyperfixation mode for days. Um, I feel so joyful. I haven't felt like this and I can't even remember. Like, I can't remember the last time I got so stuck on something that everything else around me disappeared. And I'm not going to say what this thing is, other than it's just a project. Um, and I will share it in the very near future when I'm done with it. But my brain grabbed onto this and I was up for 23 hours one time, which was yesterday. And then I was trying to stay up till 24 because I'm 10. Let's see if I can make it to 24 hours. And like my brain was like, we're about ready to shut down. So I went to go take a nap. 3.5 hours later, my brain was like, okay, we're good. Let's go do more. And I just went for hours and hours. I stayed up all night into the next day doing this, like working on this thing. Um, like just hours, hours. I've lost time. I didn't even know that the weekend was here and that I was a part of it. I was awake through a lot of it, but I don't remember most of it. All I remember is like Friday night. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. They had Saturday Night Live, like that music special, that concert thingy. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. It seems like it was like a year ago in my mind right now, but and I was just so into that. Oh my God, that was fucking wonderful. Because Saturday Night Live is a special interest of mine. Anyways, so there's that. And then like last night, yeah, I'm jumping around, I know. Last night they had like another special and it was like the best fucking SNL show I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen like a lot of them. Not like the really old ones, not the ones before my time, because oops, that's rude. I don't have time for that, but it was really, really good. So I at least made time for my special interest, which is SNL. And I enjoy watching things collectively because I know there's other people watching this fantastic thing at the very same time I am right now, and that's just a cool feeling. And I don't know if anybody understands, like, does anybody feel that way or know what I'm talking about? But anyway, back to hyperfixating. So, yeah, I have been in my room hours and hours and hours working on this thing and hours and hours and hours of nothing but Chapel Roan in my ears. That is it. Like, I wrote those songs. Did you know? I wrote them. And she's singing them. That's how invested I am. I don't know what happened to me this past weekend, but I just want to say hyperfixation is just so wonderful. To me, there's more positives than negatives. The negatives were um I lost what days I was on. I never knew what day it was. Didn't know like how much time like time that meant nothing to me because I was so into this thing. And I would only take breaks to feed the kids, which that shit's annoying, man. I got to stop what I'm doing like a few times a day for like 15, 20 minutes to feed these kids, and I still have to hover because they steal each other's food. That is the only reason why I have to sit there. I am so annoyed by this, but I'll bitch about that another time. Um it's a random thing I just said. I don't know. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh shit. Oh, taking breaks. And then for the bathroom, I almost pissed myself one time. I was like, oh, I gotta go pee. And then I was like, when's the last time I ate? Did I eat? Was that today or yesterday or last night? What day are we on? Like, my brain is like nuts. However, when I sit down at my laptop working on this thing, I feel like a normal person. I feel like I don't feel like tired. I don't feel like all over the place because I've had not that much sleep. I don't feel like I do when I step away from this, and then it's just what my brain's like, "Hey, where are we going now? What we come into the kitchen for? Can't remember." But then sit me down in front of my laptop, and I'm just focused on this thing, and it is like the best feeling. And I just keep talking about it because, like, oh my God, it has been so long since I have felt this, and it's just joyful for me. Um, and I'll explain more about it in the future, but like, oh, this is just fantastic. Like, I don't care that I lost all that sleep and barely ate and almost pissed myself. It was totally worth it, and I'm still stuck in this. I just wanted to take a quick break just to maybe when I'm like older, if I get to be that older age, that I can listen back on this episode, be like, oh my god. No, I will never listen back on my episodes. That is no, I will not do that because then I'll just take the whole podcast off because I'll be like, nobody wants to listen to this. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So here I am, right, in a hyperfixation mode. And I did manage to sneak in some stuff. Let me just check my time real quick. I don't want to take up, okay, 15 minutes. Um, so I don't want to completely be an irresponsible adult. We've had like a whole hell of a lot of snow come through Syracuse, which is very odd. I mean, last year I didn't, maybe I snowblowed once. I didn't even want to do that, but that was like the only snow we got. And then it was like, we didn't have any. Oh, am I talking? I'm trying to make it work between my brain and my mouth. But anyways, so I was like, you know what? Since I'm just staying up until I drop, because that's what you do with a hyperfixation. It's even better when you don't have an outside job that you have to set an alarm to get up for. Oh my God, the fucking joy in that. So I just am going until my brain starts to shut down. Then I go and I take a nap, and then I wake up and I go back at it again. So, I wanted to make sure that like I could shovel because we got quite a bit. We got like 6 inches at least over last night. And she was supposed to go to work today, and I stayed up to not only do my hyperfixation, but because I was gonna like warm her car up, brush it off, do all the shoveling, help her down into her car because she still has her wonky ass fucking ankle that she fell on a few weeks ago. And so I had this plan in my mind. And so she gets up earlier than she usually does. Now, I told her I was staying awake. I told her it's not a big deal. I'm already going to be doing something and then I'll just do that thing. And she's like, okay. Because I've been doing that here and there the last like a couple of months. This bitch gets up earlier and then she's like, I'm going to go snowblow. And I'm like, well, then why am I still here? Even though I was in my room doing my hyperfixation, but she didn't need to know all of that. I'm like, well, why am I awake then? I was going to go shovel for you. And now you're just gonna go snowblow, then what was this whole, and she's like, you can still do like the stairs and stuff. I was like, do I want to do that though? Basically some PDA, I think that's what was happening, kicked in big time. And also lack of sleep. I know that's a huge part of it. And being hangry. Ooh, hangry's not fun, but like the lack of sleep will fuck with you. If you don't already know, which you probably do. And I'm like, why are you fucking snowblowing? Because like you still need to be careful with that ankle because like her nickname is Grace. Janice gave her that nickname a decade ago when we fucking moved in here, and every time Janice looked over her shoulder, Alicia was falling. Um, so I was like, I don't know that I want you doing that. And she was gonna do what she wanted to do, and I was like, fine. I'll still come out and do the shoveling of the stairs or whatever. Um, so anyways, I hope you're still following. Because I'm like making detours. So like several years ago, her and I used to be the ones that would go around the entire neighborhood and just snowblow and shovel everybody's driveways out. Everybody that like we actually gave a shit about. Because some of the not so nice ones, we were just like, no, thank you. But like that's what we did up and down the fucking long ass street. We would do that. She would be snowblowing. Oh, sorry if I'm yelling. The heater was on. It just went off, and now it's quiet. But anyways, she'd be pushing the snowblower. I would be behind her with the shovel and I would just follow her and like we would go stop at a house. I would go do the steps. Like it was this whole thing. Um, I don't want to do that ever again anymore. I also was somebody that used to like mow a whole bunch of people's yards several years ago until like I had that thing start growing in me and then I couldn't do like physical labor very much because I was getting like nauseous and stuff. But anyways, I'm not there anymore and Alicia used to love when we did that. She's like, it's like we're a team. I'm like, yep, look at us. The fucking Snow Bandits plowing people out with our capes. Anyways, I wasn't feeling the team today because this bitch goes down the street and I was like, I thought you were just staying around our area because you do have to go to work. And she wants to get this glacier, this fucking huge ass piece of ice in the middle of a sidewalk. It's like 4 feet high and we have a tiny snowblower, and she's trying to like get at it, and then I happen to like follow her with my shovel, and she's like, "Can you knock that down a little bit so I can get at it?" I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, we don't even live here." She's like, "But there's a fire hydrant there that people need to get to." And I said, "So?" Oh my God, go ahead and judge me. I was like, "So what? This is fucking terrible," because like it's nothing to really joke about, but that's how I felt this morning. I was like, "This is not our fucking glacier. Like the people who live around here need to take care of this." She's like, "Well, nobody has." I was like, "Because it just fucking snowed." And like we had been getting sleet and stuff like a few days prior, so it's just all coming together, and it's like this glacier thing. And I was like, "We don't have time for this." And like, "Do you have enough gas in the snowblower to be here for a while?" And so she tried again, and then she's like, "Can you just knock it down again? Do some more." And so then I did it, and I said, "You know what? I'm not doing this. I'm going inside. This is not my problem. You've made your choices. I'm making mine now." So I fucking abandoned her and went inside. Oh my God. I had no way. She just looked at me like I could just see it in her eyes, like, "But I thought we were a team." And in my eyes, I was like, "We're not a team anymore. I don't like to do this shit. I don't even want to shovel our own crap. I don't even want to like touch a snowblower because it's a machine. I don't know how to use that well. I don't want to do any fucking physical labor. I wish I was rich and I could hire people to do that for me." That is the truth. I have felt like that my entire life because my childhood was nothing but my mother like, "Do this, do that, do this, do that," I never wanted to fucking do. That's another episode. Maybe it's one I already did. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I thought it was kind of funny like after the fact, and she did too, but like she stayed there. And so what did I do? I came inside. I put sun dry clothes on because it was snowing really hard. And I sat down in my nice warm room in my nice recliner with cozy cats around me. And I got my phone out and I pulled up the Ring app and I just watched that bitch. Not for like, I mean, I just checked on her every like 5 or 10 minutes to make sure she was still alive because I do worry. Because as much as I didn't want to be out there, I have these like irrational worries. Like she's gonna get hit by a car, she's gonna like snow blow over her foot and then lose that. Like I've already come up with like 50 fucking what ifs, and then I just go to the house and hope that none of them come true. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. But like my desire to stop doing physical labor was so strong that it overrode those worries. So I just worried from the inside. And I thought to myself, look at me putting myself first. And so I'm all cozy, like I said. And um, did she come in? I don't remember what she did. Oh, she wanted me to come back out because she couldn't get out. She couldn't get her car out of the driveway. That's how much snow we got. It was just like terrible. There was ice everywhere, snows everywhere. She was stuck. And we're the only house on the entire street. There's so many houses. We're the only one that doesn't have a proper driveway. It's like gravel and dirt mixed together, but not a lot of gravel, not a lot of dirt, and it doesn't make puddles when it rains. So I don't know what to call it, like an almost driveway. Um, However, we are the only ones that have like a porch with ceiling and an enclosure. So I remind myself of that because we get to come out and watch things and not get like rained on. But anyways, so yeah, I'm in the house. I'm all warm, warming up, and she's like, "Can you?" She calls. She's like from her phone outside. "Can you come help me? Like, we gotta get my car out." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Because I was like, you're seriously going to work in this shit? I don't care that you work like 5 minutes away. Like, do you know how much, like, the roads were so bad? And she's like, "Yes, I'm going to work." And I'm like, "Okay." I realize now, I don't know how long it's sorry, but this is just what I feel I need to talk about right now. So anyways, I was just like this fucking bitch. And you know, when I say bitch, I just mean it generically. Like, you know, I know people don't like that word, but I call everybody a bitch, but not like that kind of bitch. But anyways, so I was pissed. I put my fucking pants back on, put all my shit back on, and I go out there and she's like, "Bring me the shovel." The actual shovel. Like not the snow shovel, but like the shovel you dig with because she's been using that for some bullshit outside. And I brought it down and I was like, "What do you want me to do?" because I was just like, you need to just tell me what to do because I'm just not having a good time. She's like, get in the car, and then when I tell you, you're gonna like, put it in reverse. I was like, oh, I get to sit? Okay. So I got in the car. I was like, oh, it's a little warm in here. No, this is not a bad task. I can sit down. And then after 3 or 4 times of me trying to like reverse and her pushing and we're not going anywhere, I start getting pissed. And she still wants to keep at it because this fucker grew up on a farm. That's all they did was hard work, hard physical labor. I am not about that fucking life. Even if I was in the car sitting on my ass, pushing a pedal with my foot, I don't give a fuck. That's still work. And it was cold out. And my menopause wasn't kicking in, so I didn't have like the hot flash to warm me up like usual. And anyways, so what happened is I just went into a little bit of a mini meltdown. She came over and I was sitting in the driver's seat and I was like, "Why are you trying to go to your fucking emergency job? That's not an emergency job. You're going to be the only one in the fucking building because everybody called in. Coworkers have already called in. Clients, because she's an addictions counselor slash a therapist now. And we all know, just from years of being in the field, that when there's a bad snow day, most of the clients don't come in because it's the perfect excuse not to. It just, you know, kind of like when we use it to get out of work or whatever. And I was like, "You really do not need to be going to work. You have time you can use. Like, this is fucking dumb." And she's like, "I'm going to work." So, I just balled my fists up and I squeezed my arms like next to my sides and I just tightened my whole body. And I was like, "This is fucking embarrassing. Embarrassing." I was like, "I don't want to do this." It was louder than that, obviously. And I forgot, today was a pretend holiday in America. It's called President's Day, so lots of people were off, but it's not a real holiday anymore. So, I forgot that the whole fucking neighborhood was like home. And I told her, I was like, people are probably on their ring camera things, like zooming in on us. Like, are they gonna get the car out? Or are they not? Are they gonna get the car out? Or are they not? Um, and so then I mean, I'm going on like no, like little sleep, and I just started singing. I was like, whoa, 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 embarrassing. Like that Ozempic song. That's really like another song, but I don't know what the other song is because of the Ozempic song. Does anybody know what commercial I'm talking about? So I did that. She wanted to keep going, and I just got up and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. And she's like, you're not gonna help me? And I'm like, no. I did as much as I could. We're not getting anywhere. It makes no sense to me that you really want to go to your job that bad right now. Like, none of this makes any sense to me, which is why I also got a little bit pissed. And the fact that I had to get pulled out of my cozy home to do this fucking bullshit that, like, we didn't get anywhere. She's like, well, I'm still gonna have to dig myself out because I'm gonna have to go to work, like, tomorrow if I can't get there today. I was like, and we can fucking do that later. We don't have to do that right now. You know, I love my wife. I really do. Sometimes she just gets stuck on something and has to do it, and it's not like I don't understand that, but sometimes I wonder, like, where is you're so rational and logical like 99% of the time. I was like, I don't live that life anymore. I don't want to just push cars and I'm not, no, I don't do these things. This is not fun for me. And she's like, do you think it's fun for me? And I'm like, no, but at least one of us is going to make the choice to like go have some fun somewhere fucking else. And so I went inside. By the way, I was also making brownies. That was my breakfast, so I was a little pissed that like I got interrupted from making the brownies. Um, she ended up not going to work, and then I took like a 4.5 hour emergency nap because my brain did shut down. And then I got up, and then we had to go out there and like we weren't getting anywhere. And then like I had ideas, and I was like, we need to stop. Like, let me just figure something out because Rich from across the street is gonna fucking come over and try to help us, and I don't want that. You know, I just don't. Not because he's a man. It's just I don't want fucking like interaction if I don't have to have it. Sure as shit, this motherfucker, this nice man, sorry, he came over because he was leaving to go somewhere, and he pushed us so we could get out. Thank you very much, Mr. Rich. But I did not want to have any other people around because when I'm tired, I don't know the stuff that comes out of my mouth is was just really ridiculous. More so than like when I'm not tired. But anyways, so I was like, "Are you fucking happy? Are you happy? Now you can go to your emergency job tomorrow and see what you missed from the day before, which is going to be absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing." And then like she goes to the gas station because she has to fill up the gas can to have more gas for the snowblower. And I was like, Okay, just go there and come home because I don't, the roads were really bad and I really didn't even want her to do that. But, there's no telling her no sometimes. So I was like, just go there and come back. And like some time went by. I was like, this motherfucker's going somewhere, isn't she? And then she calls me. My phone rings and I answer and I'm like, you better not be fucking stuck right now. And she's laughing. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm in Wegmans. And I was like, right now? And she's like, yeah. So I need you to be ready when I come home because I'm going to need help carrying some things in. And I am once again in my fucking comfy clothes and I'm warm and I'm in my room and I had just gotten back to my hyperfixation. I was 2 minutes into it and I had to fucking stop again to go do the responsible thing that adults do, which is to help their spouses bring groceries in. I don't like to do things I don't like to do. And and I told her today, I was like, I feel more bold of me saying no for things because I'm tired and I just don't care, but also like I can't stop my mouth and the stuff that's coming out of it. And I feel like I'm not using autism as an excuse whatsoever, but like knowing I'm autistic, I now feel no remorse. I don't feel no guilt in at least this current moment telling my wife, no, I'm not going to help you with this thing. I don't feel bad about it. I did try to help, it didn't work. So, what's the point of continuing in this? Just, there's better ways to figure things out. But, anyways, so then that happened. We're not in a fight or anything because I laughed about it when I came inside. But, like, after I helped her with the groceries, I was like, I'm not going outside at all the rest of the fucking day. Let's see where I'm at with time. Oh, I have gone a little bit longer than usual. So this is going to be the episode. Pretty sure it probably sounded autistic. The main point of this was just for me to get on and talk about how joyful I feel, even though I'm losing sleep and like forgetting to eat. And, I did shower. I do that because I do like to smell nice. Um, so I hope you got something out of this. What that is, I don't know. Maybe like if you thought you had a bad day, maybe this will make you feel better. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop now talking. And I don't know how this is gonna sound. I'm gonna probably wake up tomorrow and forget that I even did this and then have immediate regret. But whatever I publish stays out in the world. So if you got this far, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.